Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide. In today's video we are revisiting the Kindle Scribe. It has gotten another a very important update, and that update was way back in May, but due to all of the circumstances, as some of my followers actually know, I'm only revisiting it now. But it is an important update because not only does it add more functionalities and things to the Kindle Scribe, which it desperately needs, but it's also an indication of a trajectory where Amazon is willing and what they are planning to do with Kindle Scribe. Let's check it out. But before we get there, I just want to invite you to visit mydeepguide.com/shop, which is a place where you can find the MDO, My Daily Organizer, which is a hyperlinked PDF organizer to satisfy all of your organizing needs, and MMP, which is My Deep Guide's Meeting Planner. Again, the hyperlinked PDF file that helps you organize, simplify, and centralize all of your meeting needs. In the description down below, you'll find links to their dedicated video playlists so that you can actually decide, are either of these or both the right product for you or not. Purchasing of either of the products actually helps the independence of My Deep Guide as a channel tremendously, so I thank you for your consideration. And now, Kindle Scribe. And here we are back with the Kindle Scribe, and it has received another update. Now, that was quite some time ago, back in May, but since the move, I haven't had the time to actually cover all of that. And it's an important update to cover because there's quite a few things that have been added and improved. And let's first cover the notebook improvements here. So we're going to create a fresh notebook from the scratch, and just go through the list of what they are saying that you can actually now do. So from the toolbar, we can now use the lasso tool for additional operations, and this is my test, right? So that's going to be the testing. So once we select the lasso tool, we can select to move, right? You can resize uniformly, so that's a good thing to do. You can copy or cut your handwritten strokes, and now it has been copied into a clipboard. And now when you're in the clipboard tool, you can just tap and it's gonna paste anywhere. What I'm interested to see is, so this is the that's the pasting. So can I paste this into a different document? If we go here and let's go Geology of Mars, and if I go to the clipboard tool and I paste, yes, absolutely yes. And this is really, really cool. So that means that I could, for example, okay, fine, stop pasting. I can, for example, take some of my notes. So these are my notes from MDO or MMP or any other document. Copy this. Yes, and then no, don't. That's something that I don't like, that he's like pasting like mad, but okay. And then go into a notebook, and then the clipboard is shared, and I can just paste this over here. So that's actually really, really cool and a very important improvement, and something that Supernote, for example, bafflingly is still lacking. So that's a very nice thing to actually see, that there's a shared clipboard between notebooks and the documents. Another thing is convert to text when sharing. So I need to write something meaningful. So let's do a writing here. right, so simple sentence like that. So what I should be able to do now, at least it says that in the share menu of a notebook, right? So this would be the share menu of a notebook. So in the share menu now at the bottom here, I have an option convert to text and email, but it shows my private email address and I don't want to show it off here. So I'm just going to press convert to text and email. So there we go. So you can convert your writing to text, edit it and share via as a text file via email. Edits won't be saved to your original handwritten notebook. Okay, so let's see how does this work. Your notebook will convert in English United States. If you write in a language different than your device's system language, you can set your handwriting recognition language in settings, languages and dictionaries, handwriting recognition. Okay, cool, very clear, very concise. And now he is converting. And there we go. So this is going to be a test of the handwriting to text conversion quality on the Kindle Scribe Dot. Absolutely perfect conversion here. And then I can just, drawing diagrams and equations aren't included. Any edits, blah, 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 blah. Okay, tap on a page to edit its content. So, so then I can actually edit the content this way if I need to, and then I can share to send to this as an email. I think that this is pretty cool. So now we can cancel the conversion because I don't want that. I think that this is a very important addition to the Kindle Scribe platform and it works really, really well. Now from this one example, now I will need to test it out further and further and further, but I'm not going to be doing this in this example here. This is just something that I'm covering the features here, but the functionality seems to be working really, really well on the Kindle Scribe. And lastly, there are significant improvements to PDFs and also the importing process of the PDFs. So previously, I think that you guys maybe remember that I made a dedicated video where Kindle does not allow you to write on PDF files directly. And that is still true because what Kindle does is it converts a PDF file to an KFX file, which is a Kindle proprietary native format, and then it allows you to mark those documents up like that. And that's fine up to a point, but the problem was that in very complex and large documents like My Daily Organizer, it would get confused and it would mix up hyperlinks, and it would mix them up completely so that anything other than the remarkable version of MDO was not usable on the Kindle Scribe. Well, that is no longer the case because this is a books version of the My Daily Organizer, and right now, first of all, performance is really, really good, but second of all, I'm able to navigate normally through pretty much most of the stuff that I have here. So daily notes, daily planner, daily diary, all of these things seem to be working properly. Now, I haven't had time to test it out super thoroughly, but already now this is a huge, huge improvement over what we've had, because this document would have been unusable in the previous versions prior to this update. So that is a huge, huge improvement when we're looking at the performance of conversion of PDF files on the Kindle Scribe. The only thing that I've noticed that's not working is actually the week itself. Even the weekly notes, the small one here, works, but and these works, but if I actually go to a daily page and go to the week, then it's going to get me into a month. And that actually makes sense because, let's go to a day, because the August here, that's the monthly hyperlink box, and obviously it's overextending or maybe overlapping in some way, which of course it shouldn't be because this is where the hyperlink box would be, but everything else so far that I've tested works pretty much flawlessly. So this is also a huge, huge improvement to the Kindle Scribe platform. And they also have added a little bit more of the stuff to the PDFs. So it has now portrait or landscape mode, but yeah, it doesn't have auto rotation or anything like that. Even though I find that really strange that the Kindle device doesn't have an auto rotation. And also, where do you find the auto rotation? It may be a little bit counterintuitive, but maybe it's not once you figure it out. It's in the formatting, right? So when you go into the format, now you can go orientation, landscape, and then it is like this. And scrolling in landscape reading, that's the thing that I don't like. So this is going to be flipping your pages, and this is going to be scrolling the page. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if this was not an e-ink device, but it is an e-ink device, and the scrolling is never a comfortable thing to kind of use on these devices because of the latency. And also, if I wanted to kind of just quickly go somewhere and just go around here, that doesn't really work. My personal preference is basically that the next page goes down to the page itself until it reaches page end, and then it flips over. Of course, this is going to be different for different people, but it would be nice to at least have an option for the type of behavior and how you're going to be able to use this document. So yeah, landscape orientation is getting there, but I think that it needs a little bit more work to actually get it to be more flexible and even more usable. Another thing that's also added is crop margins. So let's see, how can we crop margins? Well, that's not doing anything. I can't really find where do I crop margins, but pinch to zoom works pretty good. So does it maintain it? No, it's still not maintaining a cropped view. So that's why I'm interested in the cropped option, but I can't seem to find it. They do say that you can crop it, but crop the margins, but I can't see that. The only thing that I can see is the margin control here, but that's something that we've had from before, and plus it's not really doing anything in a document of this type. Then we can select text by long pressing and doing this. So you can highlight it. So this would be a highlight. Then I can select a little bit more text here, and then I can add this. Oh, what? Text note, not a handwriting? Why? Why would you not allow that? That's so bizarre that you can't. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's just a typed note. My note. Okay. And let's try again. Note. So that's my note. Saving. Okay, I guess I tap somewhere else to exit. No, I tap here to exit. Okay, and now it has a little icon here for the note, and then I can do this, and it gives you the dictionary. So you swipe to get to the Wikipedia result, and you swipe to get a translation from English to different languages. So here, yep, that works, and that's that. And then you can open Wikipedia as well. And there you go. And then you can explore a little bit more. So that's actually pretty cool, except that, you know, this is the experimental feature on the Kindle Scribe, and the performance of the browser is really not that good. But these are proper additions to the PDF reading experience on the Kindle Scribe, and I think that these are very important. I think there's definitely more work needed for formatting abilities, and maybe if I was able to be not blind and find the crop function, then I would have been even more happier, but I can't. I don't know where the crop function is. I just can't seem to find it anywhere. So yeah, I don't know if this is what they're talking about, crop margins, or is this what they're talking about when they're saying margins, but this isn't doing anything to the document that I'm working in. And if we go here, let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. So, and I change margins in landscape orientation. Again, yeah, the margins here don't really do anything. So I'm possibly doing something wrong and not understanding regarding the margins and the crop functionality, but that aside, I think this is a very, very important update, as it has addressed a lot of things that were very, very much lacking in the reader department, and it has added some quite nice things to the note-taking department, especially having that shared clipboard between, it's a system-wide clipboard for handwriting. That's really, really cool. So pretty sweet stuff to see how the Kindle Scribe is evolving as a platform. Well, alrighty then. So definitely the trajectory for Kindle Scribe is good. Now, as I've said before in my original review, the hardware of this device is absolutely spectacular. The speed, the image quality, the paper-like surface, the overall design, and just how it is. It's a really, really awesome device and an excellent value for money, because it's still rather cheap for what you actually get. And also the premium pen is an absolutely awesome pen. It's the best pen that I have used. So hardware-wise, no doubt, this is an amazing device. But there were quite a lot of issues with software and the ecosystem itself, because it was very much of a mixed bag and super flawed with limitations. So this is, like, I think, second meaningful update that the platform has received, and now it's starting finally to shape up, and it shows two things. First, the most important one, as far as I'm concerned, is that Amazon cares about the Kindle Scribe, and whoever is in charge of the device itself, they are listening. Now, this is the most important point that the product will have in its lifespan, if its creators are listening to the audience and the customers or not. This, I'm very happy to report that this update now clearly shows they are listening and they are not giving up on the Kindle Scribe. On the contrary, it seems like they are dedicating themselves to actually improving the platform. I would be much happier if I'd seen all of these things already there in the first place, and they should have been. They really should have been there from the get-go, not like 6 months later. But 6 months later is better than never at all, which sometimes happens as well. Now, is the platform where it should be? Absolutely not. It needs a ton more things and a ton more work, but at least they are listening, and at least they have fixed the issues. The importing of the complex documents is now more correct. It's not 100%, but it's like 99.9% correct, as opposed to not working at all in some cases. So that's a huge improvement. And also the addition of tools, the translation that actually works, and you don't have to pay for it like you do on Lenovo Smart Paper. So very meaningful differences, and I'm really happy to see that something that has spectacularly good hardware like the Kindle Scribe has is now starting to have more of a software support underneath it to actually make it a more and more usable device and more of a feasible option for your consideration when you're considering purchasing a note-taking or a reader device. I hope that you found the video useful, informative, or fun. If you did, please like and subscribe and ding the notification bell in the description below. And also do let me know what your experience is with the Kindle Scribe and what your thoughts are regarding the device, and especially since the latest update. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye.